Oh, the game is up. We got a game. We can take it when we're in, but yeah, it's a double mighty blow, guard, tackle, blitzers, and then a leader thrower and a guard bob, but otherwise no bob skills. And Traum is, yeah, he needs to. There is a tackle orc as well. So it looks like it's Traum in defense first. Traum. We got +2 fame for Diomlord. So yeah, it's the 2 mighty blow guard tackle guard versus 5 block. 12-man Apo, but one of the 12 is a goblin. Lizard on a row. It's too bad you don't have an old school lightning bolts and could zap. Zap them all. Yeah, it is. It's good. Good memeing setup here. And gets a blitz. So what can he... Oh. Not sure. With the kick going to that side, and it being not deep, I don't know. I don't know how aggressive all attack is, because the skin can barely get there. Question if you just get them up around. Diomlord has some problems picking up the ball last game. Awesome. Okay, it's going all the way. I guess tackle is occupied otherwise. But he doesn't really need, he can just block with. He can block with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's him being Mr. Throw being shitty slow is potentially a bit of a problem. But he can down block. Yeah, that's like the logic choice is doing that blitz. Hi, Mams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mr. Throw is so slow. Guess that means you can free up Troll to get back. And kind of do a cage-ish. Oh, takes the Troll, I guess. Not sure about the Black Orc putting in there, but I guess gets it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Bob. I guess it's for the failure state if Troll fails. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's 70% to work, not failing. And getting anything will be really good. It's worth the gamble. It does mean that he could, if he dare block with the Crocs, there is an opening in to actually get Providence in the ball. Yeah, like if you can get it down, you can definitely get. You can as minimum get 2 dice with him. You could potentially get 2 dice without as well. That's a bit more risky. That's a 1 dice without block, needing a 5+. Oh, cheers. He might be talking to Scott, the good old Dimmy. It was just pretty weird. It was after a conversation of being live. Yeah, he's going for it. Yeah, okay, you can still run that way around. The question is... okay. Yeah. But it's a Garter, that's just a 1 dice. That's a 4+1 dice. 2+4+. Why not take the 1 die? I'm probably taking the... because it's you need the 4+. You could have taken 1 dice with 1 skink, that was 3+, to make it 2 dice. And you could... to make it 2 dice instead and still having a scoring skink. I think I gone with that solution instead. It's still pretty shit. Are you trying to blitz himself, Ray? What you could have done was you could have blitzed and moved over to assist instead, and then you're gonna block with one of the blitzers, but then you had to dodge still. Return to blitzing freeze, needing a 5+ and 2 dice. Gets it. Casually rolls the 5+. Oh my god. It's just so bad that Mr. Throw is so slow. I don't know. What is that doing? It's making one of them has to do more. That one is just as free. That one is completely free. Okay, he's down, so he doesn't need to use the troll in theory. Oh! Some nice pals in this turn. Oh. Compact 2 big guys and 1 big guy. It's nice. That's kind of fine for him because it means it's. Oh, we're back with why he's. So now it's 3+ for 1 dice from the button, but that's pushing into contact. And that is 3+3+3+ to even get out. I'm moving the crux to the ball. No, I think he's going for the 1 die. He's been rowdy. Takes it and gets fucked. That's fine. You're just blitzing him. Picks up. Do something similar. There's only 2 skinks left now. You got a mighty blow hit on another one. Oh, another double 6. Hurt.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, he's still there. So 4, 5. And yeah, option could get Big Ed into the ball. Could actually, you could in theory run Blitz up and going for the pass like he did last time. Gets another one down, and he's out. So there's 1 skink left.
Ooh, nasty.
Oh, I haven't heard that for a while. It's such a good soundbite. It's not as good at Hurt, of course. Right, PC?
I think it's the finest soundbite there's ever been in any e-sport. Yeah, where did all the skinks go? Obviously, I've turned up late and all the skinks have disappeared. I see 1.
Yeah, he got a blitz, and then quite aggressive for it, and then been bleeding a skink since. They've also been going out when they're being hit, more or less every time.
Right.
But if you let them get hit, that's of course an option. But the blitz is also the reason why everything has been going on.
Just 5 Blocksauruses, is it?
Yeah. I don't hate it. It's.
Oh, I do. I mean, I don't hate it in terms of is it efficient, can it do the job?
But it's
yes,
pretty
but
boring.
I've been coaching similar in TSDF. And my God, is it boring to coach.
And you need to be so precise because you don't have to break tackle bailout. So you need always being like having an out and having people who can block people free.
Oh dear, there we go. That's not great dice.
But is that worth your last reroll? On a loner?
The loner reroll, I think that's very rowdy. I think that shows me a man that's more or less given up this half already.
Yeah, he's
just trying to do some damage now, isn't he?
Yeah, because you cannot even get the Crocs into the ball, which then it kind of made sense when you had that play on.
Yeah.
He did do, he decided to go for it 1 dice after the turn after the blitz. Because again, Mr. Throw is not really going anywhere, even if he gets the ball. Where he could have gone for 1 dice with a skink to make it a 2 dice. I probably preferred taking the 3+ to make it a 2 dice instead of taking the straight up 4+ to sack.
Yeah, I mean the problem here is he hasn't got enough Sauruses through, has he? 1 more Saurus here and he could be overloading these orcs.
Yeah, now
but with all the skinks gone, he's now looking very, very light in the orc backfield. And the Orc have now got the backfield and are now starting to take over the LOS as well. And if they've got that as a staging post, then suddenly this drive is absolutely fine, and the Lizards are in all sorts of disarray.
Yeah, he's kind of need to try to. You're also right. If the Orcs first get away from this, it doesn't really matter much, does it?
No. And also, I mean, from the Lizards' point of view, it really doesn't matter. You can burn all your rerolls, because if the half's gone, the half's gone. What are you saving them for? You get new ones in the second half.
Yeah, and Lizard
which you have to be more careful with in case of overtime. But right now, you know, this half is dead already at
and with
turn 3.
And with all the skinks gone, then the skink one turn, the one turner's never nice with Lizards anyway.
No, it's very difficult unless you put skills on the skinks. If you put a sidestepper in, that can really help. But
if you
with this build, it's very, very tricky.
Yeah, and the problem is just getting the ball to him if it's not ideal kick. With Stunty being bad at actually throwing.
Yes, well, soon everyone will be, so that'll be a problem for everyone, won't it?
Yep.
Everything will have to be handed off forever. Dark stories will be told in the corner of the pubs of, you remember that man who threw it once? Yes. What was that, 2 years ago now?
To be fair, when we talk about nav style, there's only one reason to throw it, is because you're taking the ball out of him and wants it away. That was the only reason to pass already in this kind of games we're watching right now.
Yeah, if something's gone wrong.
Or if you've stolen the ball and needed to get it away and you have a free player.
In some ways, it's much simpler now, because basically all you've got to remember is if you try and throw the ball, you roll a 6. And if you don't, you're screwed.
But yeah, they're fighting. I don't know if you did see the result of the other semifinals from yesterday evening.
See the result of what, sorry?
The other semifinal last evening.
No, I didn't.
Where apparently on 13 armor breaks, the Mighty Blow Orc killed the undead.
Right. Well, so it goes.
I had like 3 armor breaks and made 6 casualties and 3 KOs. That was pretty brutal. So we got already 1 Orc team. Oop. He doesn't he get it on the reroll. So
an Orc final, just what everyone wants to see. No, he actually did pretty much what I would have hoped to do as the Lizards here, which is to try and overload that backfield with yet another Saurus, but slightly in the wrong place. However, the ball is still looking very thinly protected. The Lizards, I mean, they've got to keep that last skink safe in case they get a shot at the ball, but it is looking tricky.
Morning, go back. Where did that skink go? Oh, it's running away.
Well, and he's also got to think what happens if I don't get the skinks back. And if somehow I stop this drive with the Sauruses, if I get 1 roll on 2 skinks, it's quite likely I get nothing. And then I've got 1 skink to ball handle in the second half.
That's not true.
At 0-0.
All no math. If you fail 1 time, you will make it the next time.
Yeah, but if there's only 1 roll, I mean, if the Lizards succeed in stopping this drive, there could be 1 roll on the KOs. Yeah. At which point, even with 50%, yes, 1 will obviously pass, but the other may not. So the skink has to stay back there in case it can get a punt off at the end, and also just because it needs to not be dead.
If you don't care about this drive, you could one-dice the Black Orc to the right, and if that works, you could try the dodge to actually stop it. The dodge sack for them to hit. I'm not sure you're getting a better chance than that.
Yeah, it's a question of whether you can work a better chance by getting some people back.
But how do you get people
so
back?
So you can hit You can hit the blitzer near the crocs that's on the double sauruses, and then use the other one to blitz off. Get a crocs mobile that way. Try and get it back up the field where there's ones on the black orcs, and use it to overpower there.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what he's trying, but it's really he needs to get a stun here to get ahead of anything, doesn't he? He's just already lost so many pieces that the Saurus just can't
Yeah,
overload
oh
the
dear.
orcs.
Never expect a bonehead to work when you really need it.
Yeah, well, that's why. I mean, it would have been lovely to leave it there. Now holding 2 orcs in place, that's finally starting to get your numbers back in your favour. But now it ain't holding nothing. So instead he's got to go with the rowdy 1-dies. And again,
No,
without
it was the blitz.
stuns. Yeah.
It was the blitz with the crocs to get it back. So he tried to blitz so he
Yes.
could block and get it back and get 2 dice on one of those 1-dice attack.
Yeah. And now everything can stand up and tie up. And a full old cage can go wandering up the side of the pitch. Yeah, this is done this half right now. The Lizards need to think of something creative. Because right now they're playing for a draw and overtime.
Which could still work. It's only mainly chaos.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If they get 2 rolls and get both skinks back, even 11 on 10 with 6, 7 big hitters up front, you know, they can easily knock a few orcs off pitch, dominate the position, score, get the overtime ball, and win easy. It can still easily be that way.
Especially because of the build where there's nothing on the black orcs. So you have you
Yeah.
can bully the strings 4 pieces here.
You can, and also just going one-on-one with them, you can still pull fails or pull rerolls that way. So all is not bleak, it's just this drive is just too outmanned, probably. He does need those skinks back.
Yeah, he tried. He went really hard for blitz and capitalizing on the blitz.
So I wasn't here, Cord. Did he overcommit on the blitz, do you think?
He did send all his kings through, which it just means it's not really because again, with everything being marked besides one player, and Mr. Fro being slow so he couldn't get anywhere, I don't hate sending these kings through. Just because it's like one of them is getting blitzed, but he cannot hit all 4.
No, the 3 should be able to do something, maybe.
But Mr. Fro got the ball and he didn't get the ball back. I do still think I liked him going for... He had 3 skinks, so one skink could assist and another skink to make it 1 dice on the guard that was standing in front of the ball carrier.
Right.
And if he did that, he could get 2 dice with a block arrows with a free skink to pick it up. I think that's better than going for the straight up 4+ with the block, with the guard standing. Also, just because if you fail the 1 dice, you don't really want to fail it with the stars being all the way down there. If you could just walk away from it.
Yeah, okay, so the fail state's better during the action.
If you fail with the skink, all your stars is still behind the ball, ready to rock next turn.
Yeah.
And I also just think...
that often tips the scales for me in terms of a plan. Well, here we go. We are getting a chip back.
That's
Still not enough to overpower where the ball is, but it is enough to make the second half look interesting. It's a BH. There is an apoth, isn't there? So it's got to go in on that. Yeah, it does, absolutely. But of course, that means no more apoth cover for the orcs. Lizards must have one, mustn't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they do, because of course you either take an apoth or you have a spare skink usually. Yeah. And they've gone with the apoth and no bench. So I'm slightly surprised when he allowed it to go down to 1 skink on field. I think the second KO would have really tempted me with the apothecary there.
Yeah. But...
Perhaps a sign that he already thought that early that this half was lost. And hence he'd get 2 rolls on those knockouts. And the injury was, of course, a perm, so it's a 50% risk using an apoth.
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
not happening with a skink.
No.
Definitely not first one, maybe the third one.
No. And certainly if by now the fourth one went that way, you may well throw the apoth in, but
Yeah.
that's because you need a long shot to come off in that position.
But yeah, it is. But yeah, Crux is back. I'm not. Can he get enough free?
That's not a terrible recovery. He's finally got a lot of his strength up around the ball. He's finally tying up a fair amount of the ball covering cage. It's whether the Orcs now can leave it in a position where he can't take some Orcs down and tie up the rest of the cage, perhaps leaving a stun as well, and maybe force these Orcs in a tiny bit early. Is that even a realistic goal? I mean, it's got to be what you're trying for here. Chipping pieces and maybe pushing them in on turn 7.
Yeah, I'll get the Crocs on the ball carrier and hope to stop it completely.
Yes, if they're silly enough to leave the Crocs uncovered. But at this point, you've got to just leave something on it, don't you?
I don't think he has any choices. I think you blitz with the Bob and try to tag off the last Sari.
Yep.
That's I was about to say nice stun, but I'm not sure it matters much.
Well, yeah,
I'm so slow.
it's still
right?
yes.
It still need a go for it even to get over to the other group. But it does mean that's getting 1 free again now. Potentially the Crocs if he blitzes the guard, which he probably do now. It's turn 6. So you can win the turn more and see if you can get Crocs in. No? Okay. I was about to say, but then you need a stun, and he did get
Yeah,
stunned.
and he got it. So we are going to get some ball contact, and anyone that's seen Reddit will know. Ball contact means a good game. That means it is now officially over. And of course, the Lizards have won this drive. Orcs may as well just pack up and go. But the stun is very, very key there. There's still plenty of Orcs around. It still looks easy, but anything that's starting to create any amount of doubt. Do you throw that final skink in here? I don't think I do.
Do you? The problem if you don't, it's.
I mean,
like
what profit a man if he gaineth the whole world but loseth his skink?
Yeah, because fixing this without is pretty easy, but can you really do it? I got rerolls. Are you just surfing that skink? And then doing the 3+ dodge away and tag the. And then tag the.
I'd like to see if anything else comes first, because there's not actually a lot of easier ways. I mean, probably the next easiest way is get yourself behind the thing and push it out as you blitz.
Oh yeah, but he's blitz free before, but the thing is standing straight in front of the strings. Told Trevor is as well that if you try to cheeky dodge, it'll be harder. Because he will.
That's true.
But now you can tag it from the front instead, I guess. No, it's LE. What should it? Okay, orange is pass skill. Oh, so yeah. Yeah, now you could stand in front of it instead, but it's fine. It's good. Yeah, Orc Leap. I don't know how the animation is of Orc Leaping. Has anybody seen the animation Blood Bowl 2 of Orc sleeping? I played 6 games of Orcs. I'm not need 7 games. I don't need to play more Orcs now. I tried it. I guess you blitz again, and if you stun a blitz again, it's at least. But you can. Okay, I guess you can get him. I don't know about that. How far is he away? Okay. I think I've been tagging one of the guys to the right and then dodging with the guys on the other side of them. But I guess you can just dodge anyway and make it. But that just free up the block player to do exactly almost the same. You cannot tag the you cannot tag the ball carrier. I guess you did go extra. No. Okay, that's fine. He's scoring. So now the question is only how many skinks we get back. Guess that's fine. Double mighty blow hit. And one of the lovely big guys. I do think, yeah, you're definitely aggressive. I do also think you could have taken another line when you tried the one die sack. So, did the small guys come back? One of them come back. Math is working! Yep, 50%. That's how it works. And so now the next one will definitely come back next time, because that's math.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting argument that you could perhaps say that every other player recovers, so that there's always some impact of knockouts. But obviously it would change so much in the game. And so much is already changing that, perhaps not now.
So, congratulations. We now got a bribe. When with the apple gone, I guess it's not too bad. What is... I think somebody needs to learn how to one-turn. Why is that skink not going forward on the first block? If you're going to one-turn. This is... If you're going for getting the pushes, and if you're not going to try to get the pushes, why are you skink standing up here? I'm confused. And even because of the tight line of scrimmage, you don't even need to push in the first one. You could set up. Yeah, but you could run it into foul. I don't understand. And get a bonus KO. Oh well. There's a lot of things about this game I not always understand.
Sorry, called away briefly there. So as expected, we ended with a fairly routine 1-0.
Yeah, but we...
I presume.
Yep. But we did get a bribe, and he did foul a KO on the Bob. And the Bob stayed out, and the skink come back.
So we're 10-10. Let's do it again.
No, we 11. That's a goblin, but...
Ah, yes.
That's a cheeky goblin.
Are you surprised to not see the troll up on the line?
No, not really.
I think if you're going to have that strength, the ability to decide where it's going before you commit it is possibly useful. But plus, it does very much protect the centre of the field. And of course, with the Goblin on, a blitz does mean a possible TTM. But instead, they lose the turn.
I guess that's not too bad for Lizards. They probably want to go. Yeah. Yeah, you probably need to study a bit more on the one side. He did give you the tight line of scrimmage with help. Because you can easily get the first push on the blitz. And you can set up so you don't actually need a push on the first block, because you can still block the rest of the line of scrimmage because it's the way he set up. That's another story. But yeah, I guess in this matchup he definitely wants the strength 5 to go anywhere. But yeah, it's, the KO and KO Bob is definitely a thing, especially in this matchup. Did you need a reroll on that in overtime game?
Surely not.
There's nobody even in range, so it'll take them 2 turns to
No.
get down there.
Yeah, the Orcs aren't there for ages. You're not going anywhere far once you've got it. Overtime's possibly looming because you're 1-0 down. That's a terrible reroll.
I will not even try to win this on regular time.
No.
You could think about scoring in like turn 14.
Well, if I get a couple of
Orcs
Orcs up quickly, I might have a go.
Yeah, and see if you can give the Orcs like 3 turns to fail themselves.
And the problem is it's only a KO, so it's still 50%. But
and it already failed the first one, so it's coming back. It's more fun when BB2 is actually here. Oh.
Well, it looks like we are committed to a block wall from the Orc side. He thinks he can overpower them. And with judicious use of guard, he has already created problems.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get them in the right places, that's... Of course, the Blitzer is not as good in this matchup.
No. And the Mighty Blow is going to struggle to be any more effective, frankly, than the... than the Black Orcs.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh.
Again,
can't re-roll it, can he?
I guess he leaves a block on his throw.
He does re-roll it. Wow. Well, colour me yellow and call me a banana. I didn't expect to be seeing this. 2 re-rolls gone on. Frankly, long shots to achieve much in the turn 1 of a semi-final.
I was thinking it was to protect his protect the leader, but how the block piece is standing, he's not even doing that. His leader can still get
with
hit.
the direction of with the direction of push, there's no great real game.
Like I could understand the reroll from a protection point of view, saying he might otherwise just take the leader, but still the odds of actually hurting the leader is not high
Yeah, I mean,
enough.
in fact, The leader is the natural first block.
Then that didn't
Hence,
make...
we saw him take it second, but he should have taken it probably first.
Yeah, but on the other hand, now leader reroll is gone, so now it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand it.
It's still the only AV8 piece on the Orc side.
But still, it seemed a lot to protect the AV8 piece, spending a reroll on...
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind throwing it in. I'm just saying if that was his intention in using the reroll. And the only other reason is greed to try and chip a piece, because it was a mighty blow hit. But
That's bad odds.
I just think it was... I think both those rerolls were not ideal. Still, bring 3. I mean, you can burn 1, but overtime looms. We'll see. I think they'll both come to have cause to regret it.
Yeah. And of course you can burn 1, but do you really need to burn it on something not actually related with anything important?
Yeah, neither of those seemed like particularly important moves.
We may be missing something vital here. I'm not sure what.
I mean, okay, if the Orcs didn't reroll, they put the pieces at no more risk than they did, and they were facing a grass attack on a AV9 Orc. I'd have, yeah. Why not?
And with the ball being deep, it's not like the skinks are just running past him. The skinks will be ending up there if he was going for it. So it's not like you're conceding a lot with just taking it.
No, really isn't. And on the failed pickup, it was just bizarre. I mean, Orcs aren't getting anywhere near that ball.
And we just you can see where the Orcs are standing is demonstrating. Even if he failed again, you can see the Orcs was not coming for it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the Goblin might make a move in that general direction now, just in case of a third fail on actually securing the ball in some way.
Or second, because
but
this time
it doesn't seem a huge priority for either of them, frankly.
This time he didn't even get to try to pick it up.
And in fact, interestingly, the Orcs are less able to advance pieces towards the ball than they were last turn. Because they have gone all about that base. No treble.
Yeah, and the Goblin moves up just in case. That's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. No, that's got to be done. You don't mind if the Goblin gets chipped.
When you have it.
Haven't got any more ability to chick up a Goblin than any other piece has, so it's reasonably safe up there anyway. And if anything goes wrong with this pickup, and now, of course, the Lizards are forced to reroll again.
Yeah.
So this is where you did need a reroll if the pickup goes wrong.
Where's that Black Orc going?
I think he might just be thinking himself, why have I bothered freeing this Black Orc? That might be the question he's asking himself. What? So I've freed this, now why was I doing that?
I'm sure he had a plan.
When really, yeah, I mean really you sort of want it dropped in where there's a downed Orc at the moment. And it doesn't quite have the legs for it. You could secure the left flank a bit, which has some sense to it, but it's a bit of a waste of 2 Orcs. And it is also a developing turn asset, isn't it? This turn has things that could change it. How many things go down? That troll fail, for example. So now it may alter where he wants to put it.
Yeah, I think I probably have put it to the... I probably liked instead I've been putting him on the block and then tried to dodge out the blitzer last instead.
Yeah, I quite liked dropping it in behind, keeping all of those pieces tied up with the other Black Orc. Particularly after the troll fail. I don't think it's doing much use up against skinks.
No,
and then I would have tried the troll, the blitzer dodge as he did, but
yeah,
it's nice and aggressive.
Yeah, but that Mighty Blow blitzer is just not. That blitzer is just pretty much out of it now.
I'm not sure that dodge angle was ideal, but it was the only thing that was going to put him back active. If it worked, he got clear of all the traffic.
Yeah, I was
and was out
thinking
threatening
about
the skinks.
I was talking about the Mighty Blow Blitzers now getting pushed to the sideline. That's where I
Oh yes,
wanted
that
to.
one. Yeah.
I wanted to drop the Black Orc on that one, bam on that Saros instead, and then get Alpha back into the
Yeah,
game.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it just yet. I think it's going to get pushed to the edge, probably instantly. And if the skinks get the ball, that's probably the sensible place for them to head with it, even and leave the Black Orc tied up. But there's no asset to push him out just yet. So it was low priority for me. I quite like the idea of just dominating this line of scrimmage,
He can
getting
easily
that
do
whole
it.
fight on my terms.
What's the problem?
The problem with this is that he's just freed a Saurus, which
Yeah, I
is
was
why
about to
dropping
say.
the Black Orc in there was my idea.
Yeah, because now the combination is, but like I don't think he has anything to lose by going for the block and potentially surfing to get rid of it, and thinking overtime. There's nothing hunting the ball anyway, besides the goblins. So
No, that's true.
if you can just
Well,
make the
it's a
pickup,
single goblin right now.
yeah. If you make the pickup, which you need to hope for anyway, you can just scoot back and to the side with the two skinks. But he's not biting. I had not hated that. At least taking the block first.
Well, no, because I mean the problem I've got with this is if you've decided you want to now push up that side, and that's fine, you've now got the assets to do it. Then the blitz piece should have gone where helping the Crocs go around more, because that Black Orc now can't stand up anywhere near the ball anyway. So I suppose you're keeping it from unstupiding the troll, but it feels like that Saurus could have got more back involved, doing even more work than that. There's a good chance to leave that Bob far behind as well, the one that's on the skink.
But to leave it behind, you need to actually stay there.
Yeah, you just to stay there, exactly that. I mean, you can, if you want, do a 1 in 9 and step between it and the goblin, where you're even more trouble.
That was a nice stun though. So now you don't have to stay over there.
I think both sides aren't unhappy with that, because it also means that
6, 7, 8.
Blitzer won't have to dodge out and fail.
But that's a easy 2 dice on the ball. That's just 3 plus.
Yeah, that's
3 plus 2 plus 2 plus.
That's not ideal, is it?
You could potentially even try to make it better, but that's probably not worth it.
It's possible, but yeah, it's probably simpler just to go for it that way. It's the 2 go for it's that keep it slightly semi-safe, and the push direction will be back between the other 2 skinks. But there is a goblin there that if it bounces through, I mean that's why it's got to be. Oh, why are we committing the goblin already?
I don't know.
Answers on a postcard, please. If you want to do this the super safe but slightly riskier way,
He's surely, yeah, he's just attacking. What the?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're not stopping anything with.
No, it's a stall defense that isn't going to stall them particularly long, because they've got strength 4 pieces to just bash through.
And they don't even need to bash through
very
now.
fast skinks to set up on the other side, and now it's a push through.
Now they can just take the.
Now they can just walk through.
Ah, now they cannot, because now the Panico Red is getting freed up.
Yeah, fair enough.
But,
that works.
But they're not in a hurry. They don't need to go anywhere.
Now, can you resist the hit here from the Mighty Blow Blitzer? I mean, you shouldn't do it. You should dodge off. But can he resist? Even with the fail, the position is better with that Blitzer tied up on the troll. No, he can't resist. And now that lizard is free to go wherever it wants. Admittedly only 3 squares, but it can tag any piece it chooses. Fantastic.
Hmm.
And everything's too far behind the play. Needs the power. Ooh, doesn't get it. There's ways through. It all depends how potato he doesn't mind his skinks being. If you take the diagonal into the other side of the backfield here.
You can just move in if you wanted. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for it.
7, 8.
Yeah, if you make a go for it with the big lads, and you can put the other black. You have a free big lad in the other side that can make assist to block, and then you have a screen from that side. So you can, if you want to. It's not really a problem getting the skink safe behind all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And since you
that's what I'd be doing here.
Since you
Dropping
moved,
back isn't safe because you've given up the line of scrimmage.
and with that piece going forward, you kind of have committed. How doing that way around it's fine as well. But as soon as the blitz speed went forward, you kind of committed to going forward. And you sit down sneaky fast compared to dogs.
Yeah.
So we're back again. What did that reroll actually give him?
Yeah, I mean, nothing that I've seen from either of them. It was perplexing.
But
As is that, given the number of pieces he had available. At the moment, this is not how I would have predicted he would have seen it ending. Yeah, double go for it to cover the final corner.
Instead of taking the 3+ dodge?
Yeah, there were much better routes.
No,
I don't mind playing it instead of the 3+ once he'd left himself that to finish his cage.
What he could instead,
but there were better cage screens to build, and one where he could have hit this guard Black Orc for 2 dice instead of 1. Used the other 2 pieces to screen.
Yeah, that's what we
and
were
still
looking
been in effectively the same position without go for it, or with maybe a max of 1. So no, I didn't love how he's decided to leave them at the end, but it's fine. It's safe. And the 2 go for it's were at a time where it was a 4+ into 2 no block dice. So yeah, even then it wouldn't have been great odds.
6. No, the Mighty Blow could hit.
Yeah, the Mighty Blow, sorry, would have 2+2+. Okay, so we did need both those go for it's to work. Although the second one, a fail wouldn't have been the end of the world.
No.
Yeah, and then finally bringing the skink round for that.
But that
I thought he would.
But it seemed like a lot of extra dice, like you said.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was ideal, but it was still, look, it's still not a bad route.
No.
And it was mostly safe until the final 2+2+. And I'm certainly not one to complain about a 2+2+ to secure a position. I do that the whole time because if you need to, you need to. It's the same as dodging twice. Those are the risks you've put into that play. But needing them both to work, yeah, I'm not sure it was optimal. But the position's very, very solid all over.
Yeah. And of course, what he got out of that was like a screen of the big guys against all the 3 orcs.
Yeah.
So
do you recall how and why we ended up with our lone tackler stuck on the line of scrimmage?
He tried to dodge through it.
That's right, yeah. Seems very much not where he should be.
Nope, not now. It'd have been nice if the 3+ had worked, of course. Because then the lonely tackler
he'd have been out into the backfield, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, harassing skinks in the back instead. Now he's kind of out of position.
Oh, he's appallingly out of position.
But there's still some pressure on. Might still be tricky to hold it to turn 16, but going through now.
Yes, I mean the touchdown is assured. It's can they control the timing on it? I mean at the moment they've got probably 3 Croxes active at least next turn. Might have just had to cut that to 2.
Well, hey, the skink! The tackler is finally touching a skink.
Yeah, I'm excited. No, I thought that was a very nice turn from the Orcs. I mean, I know they had some nice dice with it, but the turn order was pretty good. The decisions weren't terrible.
No,
I like how it's ended for them. Then they've really swung the momentum with that turn really back in their favour. So the Lizards now have to get out of this and on top of this. It's very doable, but they have to get done.
No, there's no really good rowdy stuff on anyway. It was just taking what we got and making sure you got as much pressure on, so you hopefully could get at least 2 turns to score. Because the only you can really is free up the 2 skinks. And the only piece you can use to that is the non-block piece. So that's ideal for Diomlord, of course. Is there any guard? You cannot. Oof. That's not great. Where can you... Are you down to, if you want to keep this safe, it's a sideline cage with a go for it?
Well, there's nowhere easily to drop back to. I mean, you can drop back into a pocket back left, but no, I think he is just going to pull back and perhaps eye cage it. That's, I mean, without guard, that seems suicidal.
Can surely not. Alternatively, he's just going to score. I don't like Orcs are only 1 reroll. That's got a turn to, if you get a good cake and hang themselves, you could actually win the game. I'm not sure. You could think about that gamble.
Yeah, I mean, the options there. I was with you when you said, I think, we're not playing to win in regular time already. I'd have probably been thinking the same, but I mean, if the option arises, sometimes you've got to think, okay, well, we'll take what we're given and push.
And I'm not sure I'm seeing any good where to run, where you're not just a 3+ away from getting smacked by a blitzer.
No, indeed.
Then you can double tag. The only place you can run is to the corner, and then put a skink down like 2 squares in front of the on Saros, which is that enormous eddy, and screen that side off that way.
Yeah.
Because the mighty blow from the back cannot reach you. It's only there's nobody can reach you. It's only that guard blitzer. So if you can stop the guard blitzer from coming, you could stand a turn more down 1 square from the end zone. That's the safest place I can see. It's just running to the corner and stopping the guard, putting the other skinks down in front of the guarder. And he needs to take decision now. I think that's... Is he going for mine? Nope, he's running it in.
Yeah, he's running it in.
Because he could have been stopping in that square and then sending... which skink did that? The other skink.
Yeah, I think it would have been safe, but also if you're going to score too early,
It is
really,
now.
then perhaps another turn isn't that bad an idea.
No, if it's better scoring... If you... Like, it's almost better scoring in turn 14 than 15. No... Actually, no, scoring in turn 15 is worse. Then you cannot win, but Diomlord can still 2-turn without having to think.
Yeah,
Scoring in turn 14 means Diomlord cannot just go all in scoring in 2 or 3. He still needs to watch the touchdown the other way. So it's like if you're gonna score before 16, I don't hate it, giving yourself the option to actually win it. And I do think there was an option to stall. A cheeky stall, like, because if Diomlord had to, like, still go for it, there's all sort of chances for Diomlord to burn his reroll and still having 2 turns to score, even if I fail 3+ or something, there will still be 1 more turn. Oh. Who's joined my Discord? Creon. Is it true? Who got that reroll? Oh, Orcs, because they have +2 fame. I guess that you can say that counted for the Orcs being a little bit more aggressive with the rerolls, of course. The likelihood of getting 1 is pretty high, especially with fame 2. It's TackleZone Star Division, it's my Resurrected League. It's Resurrection Style League. Oh! Eddie is getting saved. We're not taking chances with Eddie. I don't have enough. Yeah, and you don't get skills, so it's the same. So it's the same matchup. So you play 7 games, and all are playing against the same team, so to speak. So everybody resurrects between each game. Um, yeah, but he did carry on the thrower. But I think it's to have the Hail Mary. If he cannot get in range, he can try to. He only have 2 turns left, Ori. Yeah, it's a nice concept, and I can see you joined mine. And see you join the server. I just linked the channel with the rules. It's really nice. If we had if we had 8 dedicated people to, I was about to say, yeah, I don't really want to do a North American. I kind of want to do a North American division, but on the other hand, I really don't, because like playing against people you don't play against normally is part of the fun for me as well. But what's happening here? What are we doing? Can we commit the big guy yet? Big Ed, is Big Ed coming in? I'm not sure. To be fair, yeah, I must admit, normally I play a lot of American in Rebel, and we're playing during the weekends, but it's. I understand what you're saying, Donny. Yeah, I can follow you. I'll not bully you into playing. And God knows I got plenty of players that want to play, so I really don't need. I really don't sure Big Ed needed to go in. Which side are we going? Okay, we are going left. Yeah, there must be some. But to be fair, for good reason, I don't know. Rebel Clan has a fair amount of Americans. The big guy down. Got a bit of more. Okay. Can we get anybody in actually? Don't really have anybody in scoring range so right now. It's potato. Now Blitzer needs to go for it to get in front. That's a nice knockdown. Yeah, to be fair, 90 what? 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Follow me, everything is alright.
But to be fair, like what, 9 out of 10 leagues, if not 19 out of 20 is progressing leagues. I actually only know about this, and then the France guys has one called When the Scops, which they started after mine. That's the only
Yes,
two.
and the Fumble TSD semi-franchise thing.
Yeah, of Blood Bowl 2, but yeah, we got The Fair has started a fumble edition of this.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. He did ask nicely, and I did say I didn't have time to run too, so he volunteered to do it instead. Ooh, that's a bad 1 in 9. Oh, it's just 2+. And we got an Orc final. Actually,
We certainly do. It's been looking that way for a long time. It's been fairly dominant performance. The Lizards did well to get their touchdown in, but it was always just pushed a little bit too far, too quick. They never quite took control of the unfolding position the way you'd want to. There is a go for it here, isn't there? So I guess
2+.
So it's a 1 in 36, 1 in 36, but you've got to assume they're going in. They have re-roll cover.
And a bot getting smashed. Bong. Two plus to go into the final.
Yeah, I don't know why the dramatic pause.
They may have been chatting, to be fair.
And there he is. So it's done.
Diomlord versus Lag, what is it again? Fargo Lag.
Well, I mean, I thought, yes, the right coach won there. Still, there
Lago.
was a couple of things I would have done slightly different, but
Yeah.
good luck to them both. It was a cracking run to get there. Sorry I wasn't quite as present as I hoped to be, but there's obviously some family time going on around me as well.
Yeah, that's alright. I'm happy you've been here. But yeah, congratulations to Diomlord. Moves on to the final to play Lago, which is another Orc coach. So it's Germany versus Italy.
Well, I mean, let's hope we can get invites to sit and watch that happen too.